today, man. When you come in the building, hit that like button for me. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it, man. Some of the tough conversations that need to be going on, man. We seeing a lot of people doing some reckless stuff out of here. Women and men. We seeing men killing women, and we seeing women busting shots at men. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times in relationships, man, the emotions just builds up, and then you have these big explosions from the young lady in Michigan that burned down her boyfriend's mother's house. You know what I mean? Took her out and the kids or whatever. You know what I mean? And one of the things when I look at relationships and stuff like that, and emotional aspect of it all, you know what I mean? It's how can I say this, man? It's definitely a lot of depths into these situations. You know what I mean? It's a lot of depth into it. You know what I mean? And controlling your emotions is definitely a key factor in keeping you from being in these violent type of situations. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to listen to this clip, man. I'm gonna play this joint, man. We're gonna elaborate on it a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? But lock in with me.
Okay, now, before you got here, I was asking people, you know how many niggas right now didn't get nothing from their bitches at all?
Yeah, like, it's crazy because I started last Christmas preaching like to females, just, you know, cater to and spoil your man. If he a good man and he doing what he's supposed to do as far as the dynamic of family, because it's hard in this country. It's a lot of women, they starve from having to raise kids alone because they were fucking and not paying attention and not like actually mixing, trying to keep babies, to keep a nigga and shit. They going through it. You get you a good nigga on your team, you got to reciprocate that energy or a nigga will get tired. The same way a female get tired of putting in and don't get nothing out. So, you know, I started, and it really opened my eyes to how many females, like, they do it because it's just like the dude you just had on here. Niggas don't really say nothing. Like, they know they can get away with it. In my city, we got this little thing where niggas be like, they start posting around this time, we don't want no Christmas baskets because they know a bitch going to pull up at the corner store and get one of the baskets that got the boxes in it.
So basically what she's saying, and when she expressing what she's saying, is like being in a relationship where a person don't actually show the love. Love means actually identifying what your mate like, what they enjoy, things of that nature, right? She basically saying that it's nonchalant, it's a sexual thing. And what I always say when you're in a relationship, the bond is that identifying the colors, all the different things, the football team, everything about the individual. Even if it's a male looking at the woman, identifying her favorite colors and all the things that she like and enjoy. What she basically saying in her statement and what she talking about is that that person is not engaging into that. You know what I mean? It's always going to that lustful thing where it's just all about sexual things. When you see a relationship, right, and everything's bad, the person cheating, doing all type of crazy things, and they stay in those relationships and with all this toxic stuff because they don't identify what love is. You know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna let her finish.
Polo cologne, they got 3 men on one horse, like some bullshit, and they go, and the niggas really ain't gonna, they just gonna take it and they ain't gonna say nothing. But like the dude on your live, bro, if you know your worth, you wouldn't even take that shit.
No, but I'm not taking it, period. I can not be worth shit. I'm just not taking that shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and your wage cap. Like, that would have caused the whole problem. Like I could have been the worst nigga in the world, but bitch, I ain't taking no wage cap from me.
See, I've been around a lot of women too that they live under this bridge in their mind that they don't have to show love to their guy. Like they guy buy them shoes and all this and that, and they'll never buy their guy no shoes. They'll never do nothing for their guy. They'll never do nice things for him. And then they wonder why they guy go cheat on them or mess with some other girl and stuff like that because the energy not the same. Then they come from family where everything was toxic around them, and they was brought up in this thinking of they don't have to do the same thing for the man as the man do for them. You know what I mean? The man do this, the man do that, but they don't got to do nothing nice for the man. They don't buy him nothing. They don't do nothing for him. He just there to fuck her. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically what she's saying. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? That the woman don't engage into those type of things. And then, like I say, you also have a man that have, like, those women type of things, too, man, where they disconnect.
But I don't have to. I'm not doing that. No, you could have just made me a sandwich. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not dealing with that. Because that's, to me, that's an ultimate disrespect. Right. Because a wave cap is in a package and shit, the bitch all glittery, and it's like her, like a gift. That ain't no fucking gift, not for me. No, it ain't.
This is what females don't understand.
See, listen to what she's saying. See, this chick right here is a real one right here. This is a stand-up chick right here. Now, listen to what she say, though. She stand up.
It's so many niggas that they have never had a woman genuinely do for them that a lot of them, you could change the way a nigga looking at you just by being organic about the things that you giving outside of sex. Like, stop just trying to give him your pussy and your attitude towards trying to control him into being monogamous with you, and genuinely listen to and pay attention to what the nigga like, and hand him gifts based on it. I call it gifts. That's where, you know, if you go shopping at the grocery store, you shopping for fruit, you gotta look at that shit. You shopping for some canned goods, you can just grab that shit off the shelf. It's in a can. But you pick up an apple, so but then you gotta look at it, make sure that shit ain't bruised up. Give a nigga fruit, like hand him shit that you know organically. I paid attention all year to what you like, what you don't like. I listen to the thing, because this is what we want them to do for us.
Exactly.
Then you'll have a leg to stand on when you want to have a conversation with a nigga about up and how he treating you or whatever. But you know, most females, they kind of just I can be honest, for females, we go with what a nigga gonna let us get away with.
Yeah, okay, but why?
Pause. That's a powerful statement that she said. That go with anything. That's why you will see a woman that get a good guy, shipyard, nigga working in the military. They be out slinging that pussy every goddamn wheel. Not giving it down because they feel like the man gonna always stick with them because he feel like that she the one. You know what I mean? Fucking with every goddamn better. You know what I'm saying? No type of loyalty, no type of respect. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we won't get into the emotional side to this thing. But the stuff that she's saying, she dropping so many jewels and so many factual things. What she's saying, it's like they identify. It's both sides though. You know what I mean? The man gotta identify about his woman, the things that she loved, that she enjoyed, identify how to love her the proper way. You know what I mean? And the same with the woman, she gotta have the same type of energy. Can't get mad when the other girl scoop your dude up, or the same vice versa. You know what I mean? Can't get mad, you know what I'm saying, the other dude scoop your wifey up, you know what I mean? Because that's how it is, man. It's like that love, the communication is what caused, you know what I mean, a better relationship. A lot of times when you look at relationships, it's no communication. It's just a bunch of toxicness, a bunch of people that's not willing to have those conversations. I've seen so many people where I just try to have a conversation with them. They never be willing to do that. Their minds so been around so many toxic ass people, fucked up ass people, that they cannot have a conversation like real adults. You know what I mean? They that fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let her finish, man. She dropping some jewels, man. She talking that shit, boy.
Why do y'all fuck with us like that? Like why try, man? Like why we don't get that shit, because we come in, we like, hey, why are you trying me like that? Like is it for attention? If you want some attention or you want some dick in your mouth, why don't you just say that?
To be honest, it's a lot of us have not been with a grown man. I'm gonna just be blunt with you. Most of us, and it's a bunch of females can get on here and they're gonna try to say the most of these hoes have not been with a real man. So we don't know how to treat a real man. So, you know, we do everybody how we did the first little boy. We was fucked up by that dog that side. Bitch, we hand you whatever, because we feel like you gonna get us in the end anyway. So, you know what? Fuck it. If he like it, he like it. If he don't, he don't. If I can get more out of him than he getting out of me, then cool, I won. But see, like, when you mature and you do work on yourself, you will only attract, you know, what you worthy of. And when you get a real man in your life, it just come about you. Submission come about you, caring about what they like, not trying them with some bullshit ass gifts and shit. You can say all that shit you want about the holidays, it's the thought that count. But bitch, the same way we feel about the things that a nigga give us, you will have that same respect for the man. It's just certain shit you won't do.
Because I say all the time, you gotta put us first. You gotta put us first. If you don't put us first, everything gonna fall. It's no way y'all can leave the house. It's not even possible for y'all to leave the house. So we got to be first. So you got to make that nigga happy first before anything. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this: what are some things you could suggest to these women not to do in the house?
So for me,
we ain't got to that part yet. That's the emotional side. I'm about to get to all of that. You gotta wait, man. We getting to all of that. We're gonna talk about all the emotions. The reason why they in the thumbnail is the emotional side of being in a relationship and not being able to control your emotions. And then you do these things out here. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna tackle it. We're gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into all of that.
If it's not some shit you gonna leave over, it ain't worth you reacting emotionally to. And then I tell women, when you have things that your man is doing that you have a problem with, a lot of females, because they haven't done the work on themselves, they toxic. You know, I would say get out of the relationship, go work on self, but most hoes ain't gonna do that. So what I say is, when you do want to have a conversation with your man about some shit you got a problem with, go out to eat. Go somewhere public where you will have to be a lady when you address the things. It almost forces you to respect the conversation dynamic, meaning letting you finish. You can't over talk them. You can't yell. You can't. Now some hoes just get them. You might go out to eat at a restaurant. They still gonna act hood. But for the most part, anyone.
Yeah, see, that's the part about being in a toxic relationship with a toxic person. They're not gonna listen to your reasoning because they feel like they already right. I mean, if a person sit at a table with you and y'all able to bounce the conversation between the both of y'all and the understanding is there. That's why I say relationships like that, you might as well get away from it because it's never gonna work. Because y'all gotta both be able to compromise within the relationship and have a bond deep enough to be able to talk and understand where the other person is coming from. That's different between a grown ass woman and a little girl, grown ass man and a little ass boy. It's a difference, man, because you gotta be able to have those conversations. If you can't have those conversations with the person that you say you love, why you with them? Why you with them? There's no point of being with that person at that point.
With some class, if I do got a problem with some shit you did, if we go out to a restaurant and sit down and we talk about it there, I have to carry myself a certain way because we in pub. This shit will train you into like listening and actually letting the person finish before you start talking. It'll help a lot of hoes with the.
See that right there, that word she just said right there, listening. Like I said before, a lot of people don't listen. They don't care to listen. They feel like you a man, let me run over top of you. Or the guy just feel like, I don't give a damn about you. I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do. Like I said before, you got those type of people like that, and I always say, you notice like how you see all these different individuals and they can never figure out a relationship or never be in anything positive. Every single relationship they in is always toxic and bad. Why is that? Because the person themselves is toxic. They don't know how to love. They don't know how to give love. All they know how to do, suck dick, fuck. Nigga know how to eat pussy, fuck a bitch. He don't know how to be a man. She don't know how to be a woman. They don't have those characteristics to be stand-up individuals and solid people that can take care of family or a household or have that husband or that wife thing that connect them. You know what I mean? They don't have that, and they never will. Some people just cannot connect to that type of logic. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to them. They try to make it make sense because they see, you know, you got those people that try to blend in with everybody. Oh, they got babies at this age, I need to have a baby. They got married at this age, I need to get married. And they fuck around and get with the fucked up ass person, and their reality be all changed. You know what I mean? Trying to rush something that ain't worth rushing into. You know what I mean?
Stuff that they are not good at when it comes to communication.
Yeah, like because a lot of times they don't communicate. They yell, and something else I tell them, they make our lives harder. Like, no, your job is to make it easier. Like it's not meant to.
I will say this in the defense of females. A lot of them that listen to you and that listen to me, they take what we say and try to apply it with a little boy. And that's why they come back and tell us that we wrong. So it's,
ooh, she said some powerful, she said some, listen to what she said. They try to use that same stuff that they teaching them right here with a little boy. There's a big difference between a man and a little boy. You understand? It's a difference. The characteristics, the personality, the love, the understanding. It's a big ass difference. You trying to take them characteristics to this nigga that don't give a fuck and trying to make this some type of marriage type of shit. What they say, man? You can't turn a hoe into a no motherfucking housewife, nigga. You know what I mean? Hoe ass nigga you can't never do that. You can always be who he is, a hoe. Same with a female that's out there slinging her pussy everywhere. It's the same shit. People gotta realize who they dealing with and stop trying to make somebody who they not. You know what I mean? You dealing with a person that don't know how to settle down. They fuck with everybody. You gotta be able to say, I'm cool with that shit. Don't be trying to get with no fucked up ass nigga or no fucked up ass girl and be crying about it. If you know it, I've seen this so many times in the hood where a woman would put all her effort into a nigga she know for sure fucking every girl in the neighborhood, got every girl in the neighborhood. And then you talking about I'm so in love and why would he ever do this? I'm sitting there like, sis, is you stupid? Why you think he doing it? That's what he know. The same with the girl that do that. That's all she know. Let her talk, man. Hey, look, this chick right here, she with the shits, man. I fucking with it. She dropping nothing but knowledge, man.
A lot of females that I can tell from watching some of your clips, they can't agree with you, and I can tell right off because you applying the shit he's saying with niggas that ain't worthy of that. This stuff we talking about, letting a man lead, that don't work with a little boy. He don't even know where he's going. He's still trying.
Woo! She talking that shit. She talking that shit. She talking that shit right now. This is like I told you, this is a different. You can tell a different level of woman of understanding. When you hear a woman talking like this, she talking that shit right now. You know what I mean? She know what the hell she talking about.
Find himself, nigga just trying to get his dick wet and get some money and feel like he's somebody right now until he figure out whether he want to be a real father or a grown man or a business or what. A lot of females listening to what we saying and they taking it back to toxic relationships, and then of course it ain't working, so it look like we wrong.
Oh no, listen, over here we never wrong. Like shit, they don't want to listen. Fuck them hoes. Now, like it's on y'all. It's on y'all. You don't gotta listen. But the thing is, the people that do listen, they're going to excel. Right. They're going to get their nigga to act different. They're going to get like I be telling them the attraction level. Like okay, like for instance, if you got a problem with me, don't come nag at me with no bonnet on your head because I don't even hear you. Make yourself look good. Like make yourself look good. Wet your lips. Have your ass. Okay, what's your problem?
It's crazy because I did a one-on-one phone call earlier and the exact same thing you saying. Like this female, she was like, "Well, love, I get I fucked up, but how do I get them back? Like how do I get back to how we were?" And I'm like, the same way you got them. It's like once we get in with a nigga, we forget. You got them with the power of the essence of a woman, the power of a pussy, like being feminine, like. That's how you got his attention at first. That's why he wanted to smash at first. Like, go back to that. Go back to being soft. Stop trying to be a nigga mama. Go back to creating vibes. Go back to romance. Go back to, like, you know, that whole stage where you have butterflies in your stomach when the man calling you back and y'all like, go back to allowing him to be masculine and you be feminine. Like, 86, this whole thugged out ass, I'm going to make a nigga do what I want him to do type shit.
But see...
See, you know the thing about that, I always say this what happened. You have this, like in the beginning of the relationship is all that, you know what I mean, that energy she talking about. What ends up happening is the person get to know the person better. And when they get that to know them better, they begin to relax too much and they begin to take that person for granted. Women and men, they take the person for granted. And that's how you start having them stigmas where everything started to go left because now you're not engaging, you're not showing the love, you're not doing the same things. You know what I mean? Like everything's being taken for granted. You know what I mean? All the shit the person doing for you, you start now. It don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. Oh yeah, that's what they're supposed to do this. You know what I mean? It's like it's that type of thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times that's what happened in those relationships, man. It's like when you get into those beginning parts like that. I mean, it's so good in the beginning. But like I said, once you get that comfortable feeling, you know what I mean, the bonnet on the head and all the other shit like that, and then like, I don't got to get dressed up for nobody. It's like that. I don't care shit no more. Like I said, I've been with a lot of females that was on that type of shit. I ain't going to get my hair done. I ain't going to do this and that. You know what I mean? It's like that right there is going to go just like this. You know what I mean? Especially if you came into a relationship with a certain standard and that person was used to looking at you at a certain standard. Don't get too comfortable where you just let yourself go. I mean, or start forgetting about all the great things that person is doing for you. And you start like, then it's like nonchalant. You know what I mean? And then when it's that their time to get something or have something nice, their birthday or something like that, you don't do shit for them. Like, you know what I mean? You a man. You know what I mean? I seen women do that. You a man, so I don't really got to do this for you. Really? You know what I'm saying? It's like people had that type of mentality. That's why they never had good relationships, man. They can't identify that love shit. They don't get it. They don't understand what it is.
It may be too far gone for her anyway. It may be too far gone. Like sometimes y'all think that they can get us back. Oh no, we already done with you. You just don't know it yet. We already gone because you done put in so much anger. Like now, I only associate you with being a bitch. Once I associate you with being a bitch, it don't matter what the fuck you do. I'm gone.
And see, I did a live on. I basically told females, I'm like, if you argue too much at home, your household, your actual house, your address becomes symbolic of that. Meaning, like, it's time for a nigga to go home, he automatically associates home with arguing and fighting. I tell females, every time a nigga come home,
that's another one. See that right there, that key point right there, what you were just saying. It's like being with a person that always got drama. You know what I'm saying? Like it be women like that, men like that too. Like you might have a boyfriend or some shit. You know what I mean? The nigga always, baby mama's always having this beef and all this crazy shit going on. it's like eventually, like you get fatigued with the shit, man. The tediousness of it, you know what I mean? Get tired of it, like, oh man, this shit again. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of dealing with it, you know what I mean? And then what happened when niggas get tired of dealing with this shit? They cheat. Same with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Somebody they gonna cheat. You know what I mean? Niggas get tired, women get tired. I mean, dealing with that same toxic ass shit. And that's why you get all this cheating going on. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, you gotta identify that shit from the beginning though. You know what I mean? The red flags, you gotta see it, man. Niggas ignore that shit every single time.
In the house, he take off his shoes in the bedroom, and that's when you start nagging. Y'all bedroom now becomes symbolic of negative shit. Next thing you know, a nigga laid up in another bitch bedroom who don't got that fucking label on it.
Hello, I'm solo.
Exactly what I just said. That's what's gonna happen. Every time it's like that where it don't stop. You know what I mean? But like I said before, you have some people, like I had one girl I was talking to one time before, man. And I just could not identify what was wrong with it. I just feel like she just was like gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was an argument. Like everything. I'm talking about she on the phone just going crazy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, them type of people is used to toxic shit their whole life. That's all they do. I mean, toxic shit, fuck this person, fuck that person. You know what I mean? It's like people can't identify having a stable situation, having a good person. They don't get it. You know what I mean? They so used to being around fucked up individuals. That's all they know how to give off is that. You know what I mean? For real shit.
Understand, but you create. It's just like if you work at a job that's stressful. When it's time to go to work, you start thinking about that stress you about to be under. It's the same thing with home.
Yeah, have you noticed that a lot of women that don't bring nothing to the table demand a lot from men? Have you just noticed that?
Absolutely. But I feel like a lot of our upbringing, like that's what they mamas taught them because that's the mindset they had. But the issue be none of the people teaching this and living like this can maintain healthy relationships. So it's like I don't understand.
Ooh, she be dropping jewels, cuz. She just said a whole lot right there. She just said a whole lot. She dropped another jewel. None of them people got good relationship. That's a fact. They can sit around with a fucked up ass motherfucker all they want to. None of them got good relationships at all. None of them. I mean, when they come from that upbringing like that, it's like this, man. You drop out of school, you had the kids and stuff like that. You never in life had a dream of having your own money or having your own thing going. You always looked into life as trying to find somebody to take care of you instead of take care of yourself. It's a different type of women. Different type of women, dog. You know what I'm saying? Different type of women. You know what I mean? Them type of women and the type of guys that they trying to look for. You know what I mean? They always end bad every single time. I'm gonna let them finish though. She dropping a lot of jewels, man. She know what she talking about.
This is the reason why females be hating me, but they won't block me. They won't get off my line. They watch every time to just say that they a victim of Love Dorsey speeches of she cussing us out on the line, helping these niggas again. But it's like, why you won't leave? Because deep down, you know the shit y'all doing don't make no sense. You don't even have enough going on to be like making these niggas like do all this extra shit that y'all asking for. And then I feel like nowadays, and I know a lot of females gonna hate me for saying this, but bitches don't be practical. The way this country set up, the way bills is, the way you can't just be sitting around thinking your looks and your pussy gonna actually help you maintain a relationship with a real man. You could get a little boy, you can get a nigga out the project that ain't got shit going on. But like a grown man, you're not gonna be able to maintain no relationship with this man based on just that.
No, that's actually impossible. And I told the girl before, like, you ain't getting no nigga to work alone without bringing nothing to yourself, baby. You can get them niggas that smell like outside all day long. But if all you got is ass and mouth, baby, that shit ain't going nowhere. What the fuck are you playing with? Like a lot of times, and a lot of times with men, we get so much pressure when we come in the house. A bitch is nagging. A bitch is just like, okay, now let me ask you a question. What do you, from your experience being a female, what the fuck causes bitches to nag?
So again, it goes back to that victim mentality. Like they don't accept that, you know. Okay, let me put it like this. I got a saying. I call it coffee club shit. Like I worked at this job, right? And of course, in order to be going to the cafeteria getting coffee, you gotta let them take X amount out your check, like $3 a week or some shit like that, right? So it'll always be people walking around the office upset that some people would be in there getting coffee that wasn't paying into the coffee club, right? So they making noise about this, but they never made enough noise to actually like upset HR to lose their job. Meaning you coming in every day, you complaining about shit that you ain't willing to leave the job for. It ain't worth your check. It ain't worth your benefits and shit. It's almost like you just following the birds in the office. Y'all just keep talking about coffee club shit. I feel like females sit online and they watch movies and they listen to what other broken bitches is telling them about what they should confront their man about. And it's never no shit they actually gonna leave over. It's never no shit they actually hold enough to, you know, address with some sense and with some management of emotions. I feel like they're doing it just because it's a learned behavior. Like, I feel like a bitch.
Exactly. It's the blind leading the blind. How can you get good advice from an individual that is not married, don't have a good relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, you taking advice from somebody that don't even got no person. Like, how stupid as fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, that shit don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting counseling from that's like the equivalent of a person saying, I'm about to go get billionaire advice from a nigga that ain't a billionaire. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man, this shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb as hell at that point, man. Taking all that advice from all these bad individuals that don't have good relationships themselves. They don't even understand how to have one. You know what I mean? Like I say, she dropping some jewels on that shit, man. She talking that real shit, man. I get it to her.
Don't put no thought behind it. You just, it's like it's programmed in you to have to say something to a nigga. And no grown man that's whole, no king, gonna go for that. They just ain't. And you can't be submissive and vulnerable in the presence of somebody that you checking like a child.
Damn.
You know what? Like, I think you just struck an emotion in me because
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because like it's so many of us that deal with that dumbass shit. And when I say it, they want me smoked or something. They like, oh, you're wrong. You're evil. You don't like bitches. No, I don't. I don't like that side of y'all. I don't. I like women. And that's what they don't process. They don't process. I like women. I don't like bitches. I don't like the little nag, and I don't like the eye rolling and all that shit. Because once I done hit you, listen, a lot of times women don't even know, man. Once we done fucked you 60 times, your pussy means nothing to us. Nothing. Your pussy and mouth is trash. After we don't give a fuck. We already done been through the whole house.
This is why I tell women, and they can't, like when I start talking, they be so offended at first they can't hear past like the stuff I just said. But I always tell women, like, you need to have sexual boundaries, meaning like as you dating niggas, you gradually get into full-fledged fucking, meaning like limit the positions, bitch. Limit how much you give up until you see the shit going somewhere. Get to know the man, understand what y'all doing, meaning like, do he actually mess well with you? It's so many women, they want the nigga that they talking to be monogamous with them right now. But if you really learned that nigga, he probably don't even got enough going on for you to even want him to just be locked in with you. But bitches is just so fixed on like, I gotta have a nigga, or I gotta have, they willing to take whatever and control them. And it's like you ain't, half of these females, they ain't even with a man that's able to be mature because they like his drill sergeant or his motherfucking coach or.
Yeah.
It ain't what it is.
Nah, I said that last week too, like, and with pussy too. If a nigga's fucking you up your ass within a month, y'all dead. That shit over. That shit over. Like, you can't even fuck a man that many times back to back. Because I told one of my homegirls, the more you fuck him, the less we starting to like you. You fucking that nigga 3, 4, 5 times a day, you got.
It's funny. It's real funny when I listen to that because I know a lot of people that like I say, it's women and men that deal with some of the same issues, right? But they wonder why a person no longer really is interested in them in that form anymore. They gave it up to the person and they just kind of done with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is sometimes, man. Like I told you, everybody ain't made for that type of shit, relationship shit. That's not for everybody, man. That shit is movie theater shit, Disney World shit. That's not real reality, man. Everybody don't care about that shit. This is period, man. Everybody don't, man.
A month and a half with me, max.
The real problem with that is most of the people that's fucking a lot, they not doing a lot of the other stuff that's more meaningful. So what happens is the sex becomes norm and it loses its wow factor. And then now the other stuff that you should have been building, you don't have that built up. So then the toxic shit starts where you try to do anything to spark some emotion.
Exactly. It's not identifying who your person really is. And I think that's the most deadliest shit ever. And they fell victim to that shit a whole lot of times, not knowing who you dealing with. When you in a relationship, you definitely gotta identify who the hell you fucking with. You know what I mean? That's what Or you thinking about some pussy. Or you thinking about some, you know what I mean? You trying to get, the girl trying to get what she trying to get or whatever. You're not identifying who you might have the whole devil in your goddamn bedroom. Not even know the shit. You gotta build that shit up. Learn the characteristics, learn the person. Is they consistent on what they saying? Is they a compulsive liar? Learn that shit. I fell victim to that shit so many times, man. So many times I fell victim. I'm not identifying who the fuck I'm dealing with. And then you find out at the end, and now everybody in their emotional feelings, and you trying to fix some shit that could never be fixed. Why? Because that's who they are. They are whores. They are just fucked up, toxic people. They ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they know. You know what I mean? I always tell you, once the person get like 12, 13 years old and they kind of like created these patterns, they don't really grow out of that shit. That's just who they are now. You know what I mean? That's real shit.
Man, so you can feel love, and then of course y'all make up and you trying to use sex, and after, you know, he a nigga, he gonna take it. Don't mean y'all, you know, females love to say like, well, he won't leave me alone. Anybody gonna come back and keep getting some free shit. You gonna keep giving that pussy away for free. He gonna
Look,
keep
she coming, man.
It don't mean he love you. It don't mean he want to be monogamous with you. It don't mean he want to marry you.
Now, a lot of times they don't even realize that we just fuck anyway. It don't mean nothing to us. Like, I say this so much.
That's the worst. I think that's the worst thing that anybody can deal with, man or a woman, as a person that keep coming back, that don't actually really love you, and they just taking advantage of the actual sexual thing. Because the person that's really in love, they feeling like, oh no, we're gonna get back together, this and that, and it's never gonna fucking happen. Never ever gonna happen. You know why? Because that person have already left the idea of looking at you in a serious tone. Now you just an action pack. That's it. You action pack, that person gonna get that shit and move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep getting it. You know why? Because you keep thinking that that person is in love with you, when in reality, they don't give a fuck about you. You just a moment in time. Click up, boom. Click up, boom. The next to the next move. You know what I mean?
I could fuck somebody at 9 in the morning and I forgot about you. It don't mean nothing to me. It don't. I just needed you for that second, and then I'm done with your ass. Like, and it's like drilling it through their minds. Like, a lot of women don't even process the thought of, he want to fuck with you and he want to fuck you. Them two different motherfucking things, baby. Like, come on. Look, those two things don't cross.
Yeah, and I think that's a problem that you see a lot. That's how shit become toxic, because they're not identifying, yeah, you look good as shit, but the person not identifying you as somebody to actually be with. They may look at you, right, and say, damn, this girl is like, or the boy, vice versa. You know what I mean? The person looking at you and they saying to themselves is like, I could never be with this person in the marriage. But they looking at you in the sexual way. You got a nice titties, nice face, nice ass, but they could never in their life marry or settle down with you because they don't look at you as that type of individual. You know what I mean? They already see that when they look at you. But like I say, sometimes people get confused by the words somebody saying out their mouth, what they really mean it. That's why I say when you're not identifying who you're dealing with, you will fall victim to the devil every time.
You know what I'm saying? And a woman will say, yeah, he wants me. No, I want to fuck you. That's it. Yep. About 4 times, block your number and keep moving, go back to my bitch. That's how shit works. You know what I'm saying? And it's a frustrating thing, because if y'all species would try to listen and understand us more, they'll get further. Instead of locking it in their mind.
First of all, we've been like almost bred and conditioned to believe that, you know, we're a victim of men, right? This is what's been going on in this country, like, for a while now. And then on top of that, we don't know how to manage emotions. We were never taught that. So, you know, I can give a pass. Most women, even men, like, there was no class growing up. Here's how you manage emotions. Here's when this particular...
Exactly. That's one of the most powerful statements that she's saying right there, that emotional side of it all. You know what I mean? That thing where it's like somebody trying to have a conversation with you and all you can do is yell and scream because you're not willing to listen to what the person is saying. All you have is anger in your heart and frustration in your heart because you was never taught to manage emotion. The same reason why a nigga got his whole head popped the fuck off. Same reason why the dude mom is gone now and the house is burned down. You know what I'm saying? Is that not knowing how to manage that shit. And then it's like, that's why I say it's different mature levels. Then you hang around friends and people that's not building as women or characteristics. Like, you got to ask yourself sometimes, right? If you sitting around a girl, right? If you a girl yourself and you sitting around, this is your homegirl, whatever, she would literally suck somebody's dick or fuck somebody for some money, right? You sitting around this individual like this, man, this type of character, and you taking advice from an individual like this, right? Like, you gotta think to yourself, this is not the person you need to be getting fucking advice from. But the thing that I always see, the most nastiest, trifling motherfucker is the person that these people try to get this advice from. Like, how do you get advice from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, at all. Like, you getting advice from the most trifling person in the fucking world that don't understand anything about relationships or life in general. You know what I mean? You getting advice from whores. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck is I'm gonna get a advice from a pimp about having a solid relationship and shit? Nigga don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, man.
Feeling comes over you because of someone else's action, here is what you do. So a bitch don't know how to manage their emotions. They out here, and then most people, when they fucking somebody, they think the sex mean the same to them as what it means to the other person. That is why when a female catch a nigga cheating,
Ooh, she going in, cuz. She going in. She talking that shit. I'm gonna just let her talk. She talking that shit right there. That's another thing, man. Man or woman, you don't know who it mean the most to. You thinking that shit good and this and that person on to the next motherfucker. That shit right there, she coming, boy. She coming, boy.
She always feel like, why are you doing this to me? And look what you did. But like you say, it don't even mean close to you what it means to the nigga, but you not listening long enough to understand, nigga.
Exactly. Like I always see people say, oh, my pussy this and that, pussy this and that, but how can your pussy be so good, but you always getting cheated on? You never have a good relationship. You never have good anything. Man, your pretty face being absolutely nothing because you was not building characteristics. You wasn't building this thing up the right way. You know what I mean? At all. Can you imagine somebody trying to build a house and fucking the whole foundation up, putting the wrong shit in there? You know what I mean? It's like that's what's happening with these relationships. Nobody's like really having those conversations. This shit goes straight to sex and then toxic after that. You know what I mean? Then we say we had a relationship. It's like it's crazy. And I think one of the biggest things that I notice about relationships and shit nowadays is the communication is never there. Like I told you, it's always that person that have all these arguments and stuff like that. They never listen. That's why I say when I got with my wife and experienced the things with my wife, I've never really experienced that type of relationship where we have those conversations and it's not going into like this screaming and yelling match. You know what I mean? I think that shit is the most wickedest shit ever when you can't just talk to a person and they listening to what the fuck you saying. And I think the worst thing is when you right and they can't admit that you was right. I think that's little girl shit too or little nigga shit too. You know what I mean? Like when you right, you right. You gotta understand that. You know what I mean? Like to keep building off fucking stupid shit will get you it'll get you nowhere, man. Period.
Fuck for exercise, niggas fuck as an outlet, niggas fuck to feel more like a man because of some shit a bitch from the past did to them. Like niggas have shit going on sexually that has nothing to do with no love, no emotions, no companionship, no monogamy, but females just automatically feel like if my nigga fucked around with you or whatever, it was because he's trying to leave me for you, or there's something, or what she got that I don't got, or why are you doing this to me? And a person, I told females this a long time ago, and a lot of them, it went over their head. A man's actions out in the world be a reflection of what he feeling and what he got going on. It's not a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm. And submission is a big role, too. You got to submit to him. Because when you don't submit, you taking away everything that makes us a man.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not coming in the house to lock horns with you, baby girl. I'm not going to do that. If I got to lock horns with you, that's like nigga shit. I gotta lock horns with niggas outside. I don't gotta do that shit.
You know what? It's so many of us, like, I'm not gonna front, because I'm good. We come from a place where we're being raised to believe that that is how you're supposed to act. You gotta keep this nigga in check. You got it took for me to go through a period in my life where I was working on self, and I realized, like, I just want to be a woman. Like, I want to have feminine moments and blog where I can just be vulnerable in the presence of you already got to be tough out in the world. You got to go to work as a woman and handle yourself a certain way so you don't get underpaid for the same jobs that men do. You know what I'm saying? You just got to, I'm in the music industry, I got to carry myself a certain way when I'm in these studios. When I with my nigga, the same way nigga be feeling like, damn, I wish she just let me be a man. I just want to be a bitch. Well, I just want to take these panties off. I just want to lay down like, nigga, you know, what you want to eat, what you want to do, rub on me, I'm going to rub on. I ain't with it. And I think a lot of women, if they really go take the time to work on self, they'll realize I'm better at being feminine than I am at trying to, like, be a nigga.
Actually, you fully right. But how these hoes going to work on self?
See, that's the thing right there, man. This is what you see a lot of times, right? Like you would have a female that been with a guy that was a kid-minded type of person, and they start imitating all the things they got from that guy. They start doing the cheating things, all the scheming things, all the evil stuff that they learned from the guy that done them so fucked up. They never pick up the good traits from the good guy. You know what I mean? That's why she keep talking about like building yourself up and recreating yourself and redoing things for yourself to identify who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Because you start to take on these bad traits and evil traits from these individuals when deep down inside it's like it's so many beautiful things about yourself. You know what I mean? But like I see this all the time. Not just women, men too. They'll be in a you have a good guy that get with this girl that's real fucked up. You know what I mean? And he becomes this fucked up individual because he feel like all women are the same. That's another thing people be getting fucked up at. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't evil. Everybody ain't fucked up. You know what I mean? Everybody pussy ain't the same. Everybody ain't got the same thing down there. You know what I mean? It's like it's all different types of stuff down there. Like I say, in this world, it's always a person for you. You know what I mean? And like I say before, it's talking about personalities and different characteristics and stuff like that. You gotta identify what matches you, and you can't just force some shit. And that's what I used to try to do a lot of times. Like me as a person, man, I'm always been this loving guy, respectable guy, love my family, love all everybody. I've never got the same love back. Never. Like it's only a few people that I can name offhand that will always be there. I can call them whoop the whoop. But there'd be a lot of people that be around that I never understand why the love so fucked up, why the energy so fucked up. You know what I mean? Never done nothing bad to them, always shouted them out in a good way, always gave them love, but they never gave me love back. You know what I mean? But it always go back to what she's saying, the toxicness that people grew up in. They was grew up under this saying of let's treat Charlie bad. He, you know what I mean? He the good guy. Let's shit on the nigga. Let's spit in the nigga face. So they do that type of shit. I be saying that. I sit back. I be like, damn, I ain't got nothing but love for my sis. I ain't got nothing but love for my bro. I say that, but at the end of the day, the love don't be there. It never do, man. It's not there. It just be non-existent. It just be a lot of fake ass shit. And sometimes, like I say, me and my wife had this conversation. We started accepting shit like that when we shouldn't. We should just get away from them type of people that don't got that love, but we accept it. You know what I mean? Still keep giving them love. Still keep doing shit for them. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, it's a toxic thing for the person that's being so good-hearted or good-spirited type of person and dealing with a person that can't be a good person. They just don't know how to be that. You know what I mean? And like I said, I experienced this shit so much in my life, man, where I try to be this good individual, try to show love, try to do this and that, and I get spit all in my face like the fucking spit with coal and all of that. That's what type of shit I would get back from family members and all of that. It's like I show love to everybody. I damn sure don't get the same love back. Never. Like ever, 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 ever get the same love back. I sit back sometimes and be like, damn, I never understand why I be that way. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess, and secretly or low key, niggas hate you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up.
They don't want to. How these hoes gonna work on self when the music telling them not to?
That's true.
How? Like, from coming from a man, it's so easy to deal with us, man. It's so easy. But the thing is, when you make it hard, we're gonna make it harder for you. That's just what it is. Like, it's nothing you can do. If you be my partner, be my friend, and I can talk to you, I want to be able to be out and look at a girl ass and be like, damn, her shit fat, ain't it, baby? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be my friend. If you're not my friend, it's a job. What the fuck? And I be trying to tell them.
It's like, it's so much unrealistic shit being taught. It's like, even for example, how we on Instagram right now. I do so many counseling sessions with females that they genuinely believe like niggas should not be flirting on Instagram or Facebook. They should not be liking girls' pictures and commenting. It's like, bitch, this is the internet. This is social. It is unrealistic to believe that nowadays, unless you with a man that has really like I'm talking about, he just old. He done matured so much that he done.
Yeah, like stuff like that, right? You know what I mean? That's each his own, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But hold on, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to that.
Everything, it's unrealistic to just believe you're gonna control the actions of a motherfucker on the app. And I'd be surprised at how many females won't admit that we lust and we like and we comment and we
flirt. That's all we be trying to say.
Yeah, I do it all the time, and I wouldn't want my nigga to feel like I'm some sort of wrong ass person because I'm just being a human being. Like, I know respect, I understand boundaries, but bitch, I'm a person. Like, I just feel like we're being taught like a lot of the wrong shit, so it's hard to get it right. I feel like a bitch got to go do work on self, and it start with goals, it start with boundaries, it start with understanding and managing your emotions. I feel like that's if I couldn't tell a bitch nothing else, if you go work on the management of your emotions, you will become like more feminine. You will learn how to submit to a man. You will understand why you react a certain way to the stuff that you react to that really don't be shit done to you. Like, it's a you issue. Most of the stuff that females feel like a nigga did to them, they did it to themselves based on the mismanagement or misapplying an emotion.
Yeah, listen, over here it's their fault anyway. I don't give a fuck if we did it or not, because over here we fight back. We fight the oppressor. I don't give a fuck what it is. I tell people all the time, over here you ain't never wrong. She did that shit. Fuck her. Because it's a long list of people that have been through so much. So I got to get that back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it's abuse. Like, it's a mental abuse that we...
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm big on, like, I don't feel like relationships is about right or wrong. Like, even the dude that got the wave cap for Christmas, I don't feel like it was a right or a wrong. I feel like relationships are about understanding. So I don't feel like it's that the lady.
You cannot make me understand handing me no wave cap.
Oh my gracious, like, she right about that shit. It is about understanding, man. And I think that's one of the key points of why you have that toxic shit. It's like you could have people that it's all about what you like or what you enjoy. Like, if you just straight off going off sex instead of actually having like sit down conversation, actually get to know the individual in person. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of times when people dating, they hide who they really are. You know what I mean? Like I say, in debt, you gotta really know who the fuck you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, broken heart, frustration, all that emotional shit. You know what I mean? Where shit can get violent and all of that. You know what I mean? Niggas get into those type of positions like that, man. You gotta identify that.
What I'm saying is there is a lack of understanding between those two. That's why he got a wave cap. Like, where there is understanding, it won't be about right or wrong. Certain shit just won't be done because we understand one another.
Well, she did that shit on purpose, though. There's no way that's common sense. You did that on purpose. On Christmas, you handed a nigga a wave cap?
Think about it, man. Is what he mean to her. You gotta think about that shit, man. Women, even men, you know what I mean? When they see that a person, they look at them as a weak individual, they do shit like that. Or they was taught that, you know what I mean? I don't supposed to be buying you nothing. I don't supposed to be giving you this. You know what I mean? They was taught that their whole life. That's what all they know. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Did you get my shit though? You know what I mean? It's like they were taught that their whole life, man. That's all they fucking know, man. That's it. I've seen so many women be like that, man. So many, man. They'll take a fucking whole mansion from a nigga and won't get that nigga nothing but a pack of flower seeds. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's real rap.
He did it on purpose.
Me speculating, I feel like, because of the way he was talking to you, I feel like he told her over and over again that she didn't have to get him nothing. I don't know if it's based on their finances or whatever, but I feel like he told her that, you know, I'm good, babe, I got everything I want. And then I feel like at the last minute, somebody or something happened to her. She felt like she needed to get something, and the bitch grabbed that. That's what I feel.
But like that's still nothing, though. It's still
nothing. It is, but him as a man, he don't know his worth, because if you working, paying bills, if you know, even his demeanor showed that he has some sort of respect for her in the house. Bro, you're letting a bitch try you. And I'm big on personal accountability. Niggas got to start owning their worth. The same way I would tell a hurt female that keep letting the nigga just dog her out. Bitch, you got to go realize your worth. I would tell him that, say you sitting around letting a bitch try.
Looking back now,
shit
right there,
indicators
for me there.
That shit right there, that worth thing is a hell of a word, man. A lot of people don't realize that shit though, man. I like when she was cheering on them. This is what I'm talking about right here with this emotional ass shit though.
About it this way, y'all motherfuckers that's passing out advice on how to be successful, but you're actually not successful in the same that you passing out advice on. Spare me. Spare me, okay? I don't want to hear that shit. I'm a real down-to-earth person. I just told y'all I come from the motherfucking project. I'm hood, I'm urban. You can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of her. Listen, you don't like it, move around. You don't like how I'm talking, move around. You don't like what you see, move around. You think I'm something I should, move around. Somebody type over here in the comment, move around.
That shit.
You don't have to stay y'all clear on the disclaimers. I think I covered them all. Y'all motherfuckers that be victims. If you get cussed out on this motherfucker, I say something that step on your toes. Like, listen, the best thing you can do is just swipe off this lie. That's the best thing
man,
for you.
I'm done.
Because other than that, I don't be giving no at all. That he said he was going to pay or buy you something or lied about helping with the kids. Or hell, he omitted something. He ain't lied about it. He just left some out, right? You caught doing some. That made you feel some type of way. Boom, let me help you recognize what's going on. Another person's actions is bringing out emotions in you. Guess what? Them emotions belong to you. So it's your job to manage them. You know what y'all do? When the emotions come on y'all, you gather all the things up. Y'all have all y'all emotions and you take them and you sit them in front of you. See, this how I feel about this. And this what you did with this. And
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. It happened to me, my damn self. You know what I mean? My damn self have experienced those type of feelings, man. As you grow up and become a man, a grown man, and a grown woman, you have to identify those feelings. Like she was saying in her video, it's like when you going into a relationship or something like that, you dating somebody, them cheating or them doing some fucked up ass shit, you gotta identify that this shit can maybe happen. You have to be emotionally able to control your rage when shit happen or go wrong and be able to look at yourself, the value of yourself of going to jail or being in these fucked up predicaments and realize that you don't have to give in to these individuals that's doing this fucked up shit. Like I said before, I was a mama's boy. I thought of these high things about women and this and that. You know what I mean? And then I had experiences with women with cheating and doing all type of fucked up shit. And I would sit back and be like, let's have a conversation, let's talk. They would never talk to me about what was going on and what's the problem, what's the issues, let's fix this, let's fix that. We never had those conversations. A lot of them wouldn't talk like that. Like I say, it's levels to that. You know what I mean? When you get, like I say, when I got married or got with my wife, I understood like what a woman was. Like I said before, I dated a lot of little girls and shit like that. Like I said, I had some girls that was strong women, but others, they didn't have the communication skills. You know what I mean? And like I said before, I was in an emotional state. I wanted revenge for every little thing that happened. But I grew into understanding that you have to control your own emotions. Don't allow those people to control how you feel or how you are. I would get depressed, sad, all type of stuff. Now I mean, coming from that, because I would always feel I'm giving all my love to this individual, and all they're giving me is hate back. And then not on top of them giving you hate back, they trying to embarrass you. They're trying to admit. I say I got so many homegirls where the dudes would do so despicable things. They would fuck their friends and different friends and stuff they know. That's embarrassing. Because you thought you had a love relationship with this guy and he fucking your friends and shit. That's the same equivalent of me having a girl and I'm thinking that this is a perfect relationship. We're going to be good together. And she cheating and doing all type of crazy shit. But at the end of the day, when she was saying her live is we have to self-build ourselves to get that confidence and believe that we are worth more than being cheated on, schemed on, fucked up. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I came into multiple relationships with the identity of just loving that person and giving them my whole heart. But those people came into the relationship with, they had been dealing with so many little boys and niggas that running around fucking everybody that when they actually got with a person that actually was a soulful individual, that all I knew how to do was love. They get with a person like me and they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to fuck them over. I'm going to do them dirty. I'm going to laugh at them. I'm going to tell all these lies about this individual. Everybody going to believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but me as a person, I got to learn how to control my emotion and don't even look for revenge. You know what I mean? Me being a spiritual individual, I learned now that karma going to get that person anyway. Just keep loving. You know what I mean? I would have never had my wife if I would have kept thinking about all the evil that happened to me in all my relationships. You know what I mean? The cheating, the spitting in my face, or doing me dirty. You know what I'm saying? All that playing the victim shit. Like, don't even play the victim. Be strong enough to walk away from them situations and look at that person in the eye and say, I'm still good. God got me. And he did, man. He blessed me with a wife, blessed me with a family and stuff like that. Even though I've been through a lot of hell from different relationships, I learned now how to control myself. I learned now my worth. I learned now that there's actually a person that actually love me and care about me the same way I love them. And I remember in the past, I was looking for that type of relationship where we both could love each other in a strong and passionate way, but I didn't get the same results. You know what I mean? But see, what I learned, what she's saying is all real. It's all about controlling. That's how you get the Anna Marie shit, where somebody get busting these shit, or the lady, you know what I mean, doing that, or 6ix9ine beating the hell out of his baby mama and shit. That emotional side where you're not able to control it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to control your emotions, because the real thing about life is those people been cheating. Those people been scheming. Those people been living that lifestyle of a whore. You know what I mean? The man and the woman, they been living that way. That's all they know. That's who they are. I mean, and we got to accept the fact that that's what they are, whores. You know what I mean? They'll never change. You know what I mean? She's speaking real facts, man.
This is how that happened. And this is how, and then y'all sit there and you want to come up with a solution to the management of your emotions. But this is your, right? These things belong to you.
Exactly.
The feelings that came out of you based on what he did, we ain't even got to what he did. See, all this stuff I'm talking about, management of self, this happened before you even have a conversation or react to what they did. It's called management of emotions. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Who get what I just explained? Because if you don't get it, I'll re-explain it. I'm going to help you on this live today. And some of you too. Who understand what I just explained? This has nothing to do with even, I haven't even, no, we ain't even talking to them yet. This is just, the emotions is coming out based on what somebody else outside of self is doing. See, y'all don't know about this because y'all ain't really went and worked on self. When things going on around you, you got to manage and understand how you feel about it, like how you really feel. I ain't talking about them temporary emotions. Let me break it down. I'm going to look y'all in y'all face when I'm saying this. A lot of y'all, especially women, emotions come over us, and the main emotions that come out at first be misdiagnosed. And what I mean by misdiagnosed, because I made a whole live explaining this to y'all. A lot of y'all, every emotion that come over you, it get mistaken for anger. Every emotion is either anger or hope. You hurt.
Exactly. It's definitely those two that you feel. Like I say before, when you're in a relationship, you're looking for you basically, if you giving your all and you looking for that individual to show love or give love, and that person disappoints you, you know what I mean? Because your expectation for that person. That's why I say when you go into a relationship or going into a situation like that, you gotta know who you're dealing with. You gotta identify that shit from the beginning. I don't even think you should call it a relationship without dating and actually getting the core of who you're fucking with. That's what I've done wrong a lot of times in my life, is not identifying who this person really is and how evil these people are. You know what I mean? They come from that type of fucked up environment where it's okay to suck 100 million dicks and fuck 100 million people. Like I say, in that world it is cool. But in my world, that's not what I'm looking for. I wasn't looking for a whore. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a stand-up woman, a queen, a respectable person. Like I said, in their world, sucking 100 million dicks a day is like, it's cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I say, is what is your standards for yourself? You know what I mean? Saying with a dude out there fucking 100 million people, fucking your friends and all of that. Is that the standards for yourself, to accept a nigga that's fucking all your homegirls and shit? You know what I mean? If that's what it is, I mean, if that's what you cool with, stay with it. You know what I'm saying? But me, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the like love, man, the communication, to be able to have a conversation with a person, and we able to build off one another. Even if we got a disagreement, we have an argument or something, but we having the conversation and we able to love each other after it's over and done. And like I say, you don't have a lot of strong people out here that's willing to have those conversations like grown men and grown women. They'll run away from it every single time and be, oh, I'm so hurt, oh, all that anger. The shit she's saying is all factual, man.
Don't know how to identify but two emotions. Two. Hurt and anger. So it don't matter what else be going on with you. Hurt, anger. Y'all understand this, right? Let me break this down in case some of y'all missed that live. You know, in pre-K and kindergarten, when they teach you how to identify emotions, you know, they show you the little pictures. This is happy. This is sad. This is angry. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? They have the little pictures for jealousy. Oh, y'all skip that one. Anxiety. Oh, y'all skip that. You ever go to the doctor and they have them little circles up on the wall where they have a person identify their pain level and y'all miss all. So every emotion that come over you when something do bother you, it's either hurt or anger. You either a victim or you real mad and you finna retaliate because, of course, somebody took at you. That took at you or that tried you. Y'all don't never identify the emotion of jealousy. Y'all don't never identify the emotion of anxiety. Y'all don't never identify the emotion of just being depleted of energy, meaning fatigue. You ever just thought about you're tired? Nobody actually did anything to you. You're just tired of things not going your way. You weren't hurt. You're not actually angry. If you actually sat down and actually tried to manage and identify your emotions correctly, you're not none of that stuff that you keep saying you are. I'm gonna need y'all to keep up. Take that in for a second. Breathe before you comment.
She's saying a whole lot of factual stuff, man. It's all factual, man. All factual. Like I say, when you in on relationships like that, and in your mind you have a standard for the person that you're dealing with. But the thing is that person don't know what the fuck standard you talking about, because y'all never had a conversation, y'all never talked about this and that. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, if a person is a schemer or a fucked up individual, they gonna scam you every time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying, like, a lot of time you really gotta know your person. You just do, man. Because like I say, there's a lot of evil motherfuckers out here that don't give a fuck about none of that. All they wanna do is hurt, steal, fuck you over, spit in your face, make up lies on you and shit like that. That's who they are, man. They'll always be that scumbag motherfucker, and they'll never take any type of responsibility for the shit they do, because they whole life, everybody around them is scumbag motherfuckers, and they gonna always be that. You know what I mean? They gonna never change. You know what I mean? I be seeing different people, family members and all of that. I look at that and I identify their characteristics and shit like that. And I realize they're gonna always be fucked up people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna always come around when they need something. They ain't gonna never come around just because they love you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they gonna always be. You dead in the coffin, they gonna be there crying so many tears. Ain't never called you now one motherfucking time in life. You know what I'm saying? Like one time, you know what I mean? But they miss you so goddamn much. Let you get hit $1 million and shit in the lottery. All I ever known is growing up as a kid is to always show love to family and friends. And when I was growing up, my mom, she conditioned me to whatever woman that I get with, give 100% love, 100% care, try your best to be the best man you could possibly be. That's how she raised me to be, and that's what I always try to be. You know what I mean? Like I said before, you would have these people that their parents are not teaching them to be the greatest women in the world. Their parents probably was sucking dick and alleys and all type of shit. You know what I mean? They're not teaching them that. That's all they know is to be sucking dicks and fucking motherfuckers from all over the place. You know what I mean? Because that's how they was conditioned to be. The same with a guy that fuck everybody and everything that he see. He's not conditioned to actually take care of a family or be in that type of mode like that. He only know how to fuck people everywhere he go. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all he know. You know what I mean? So it's like, is identifying what you're looking for and identifying your worth. And a lot of times people, they got a worth in their mind and they got a thought in their mind of what they feel they should be worth and stuff like that, but they don't. They allow people to run over top of them every single time. They don't look at themselves and say, man, I'm not worth this girl fucking me over or this dude fucking me over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worth it. You know what I mean? They won't let it go. They will stay into this shit and call it love and say that we have a bond and this and that. When you start shooting kids out with a toxic relationship, is the worst shit in the goddamn world, man. I'm telling you.
The only thing you gotta worry about is rather the stuff that's going on around you in your relationships. Call that right and wrong. How much you did or didn't put up with from it, or how.
Like I say, man, I'm about to end this goddamn live. It's been real though, man. It's been real. You chopped it up. I really don't do these type of lives like that. I say I'm gonna try. I seen it popped up on my goddamn screen. I say I'm gonna talk about it, man. Because there's a lot of people out here that's getting into these emotional abusive relationships, like the 6ix9ine and his baby mama beating on her because she was messing with Shotty. If that's who she was as a person, you gotta just let her be who she is. We can't allow our emotions to go that crazy that we start hurting people. You know what I mean? We just can't. We gotta let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the hardest things I have ever had to deal with in relationships and stuff like that, because I had the idea in my mind that the person was going to give me the same love that I gave them, the same care, the same respect. But in reality, it's not like that. This is in a real way. That's why I said when I get my kids get to that level, I'm going to teach them all of this shit. It's like all that Disney World shit, that's fake ass shit, man. And in reality, it's some fucked up individuals out here that's willing to spit in your face and do you dirty and look you in your face and say, yeah, I did it. I don't give a damn. Because they just evil people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, you got to know your worth and always love yourself. I think at one point in my time in my life, I didn't love myself enough. You know what I mean? I was living in that depression state where I felt like I wasn't worth anything. And then I became a man and started building myself spiritually. I get my lows here and there, but I already know, you know what I mean, how great of a person I am, how great of a father I am, how great of a leader I am, and how I'm building different people spiritually. And then, like I said before, man, all I got to keep doing within myself is giving out the good wisdom. Because like I said before, I've been through some of the same things y'all been through, you know what I mean, before getting into a marriage. I've been through some heartbreaks and devastation moments in relationships You know what I mean? Just like everybody else, man. Some of the prettiest people that have been through getting cheated on and messed over and stuff like that. But like I said before, I look at myself as holding myself accountable for anything that I do to an individual that done those things to me. And I feel like I was wrong because I should have just let it go because I got to allow that person to be them. I'm mad at them for being themselves. If they're a whore, you got to let them be a whore because that's who they are. I can't get mad that they're a whore. I should have identified who they was when I first got with them. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole part. It was my fault that I didn't identify who I was fucking with. You know what I mean? Like I said before, rushing into relationships and rushing into these situations is not a good idea. You should always try to figure it out. And then once you see this stuff going on, once it's gone, just let this shit go. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of times in life, I always give people the benefit of the doubt of thinking that family members and all of that. I'd be like, damn, I love all of y'all. You will never get that love back though. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all. You will never get it back though, man. It's a sad thing, man. You know what I mean? I would hate for me to be dead for somebody to actually say I love you, bro. I would never do that to my guys, man. I'm gonna always tell them I love them. I'm always gonna show them love and shit like that. Cause I feel like if I go to there tomorrow, I want everybody to know that I love every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? And not to be afraid to tell people that I love you. Why would I be afraid to show that I am a man and I'm a grown person, you know what I mean, that's willing to give you your flowers while you're alive. You know what I mean, like I say, you don't get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just, a lot of fake shit, a lot of fake this, you know what I mean? But like I say, with me, my mom raised me to be a loving individual, a person that care about people's feelings and not be trying to hurt or do some damage into a person. That's why I say if I have a conversation with anybody, I'm willing to listen to what they saying and understand if they was hurt or something, to apologize, because that's what real men do. It don't take no prideful thing for me to say that I'm sorry about something that hurt you. You know what I mean? Everybody can't do that. Everybody ain't grew up in that cloth. You know what I mean? With me, mentally, spiritually, I just feel like being a changed individual and identifying life in a different lens through my eyes and stuff like that, I identify that we all created differently and we all had different family paths. You know what I mean? I ain't have a perfect life in any form or fashion, but one of the things that I've always tried to live off of is giving love and giving respect and giving honor to people, because I feel like a lot of times everybody get, like for me for certain, I always feel like I get taken for granted. You know what I mean? And I feel like that shit happen all the time. It's like all the love and shit that I show niggas, you don't never get that shit back. You don't get the respect back. I don't never like that type of shit. That's why I'm really not, I could never be really a people's person. You know what I mean? I don't know how to be that, because I feel like if I give you love, I give you respect, I expect that shit to come the same way back. But that's not reality. That's not how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? It just don't. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much love you give a motherfucker, a nigga still is spit in your face, steal from you, try to shoot you, rob you, do all type of crazy shit. Because their mentality is that. That's who they are. I can't get mad for who the fuck they are. You know what I mean? I just got to be the best version of myself. And like I said, I built myself so many times. I tore myself down, rebuilt myself so many times spiritually. You know what I mean? So now that I'm comfortable in my own skin to be who I am, I just love me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you'll never get it from those individuals. You know what I mean? Because they never have ever given it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times you get on that love and that you show them that, they'll never give it back. You know what I'm saying? They just never will, because they don't know how to do that shit. You know what I mean? But like I say, be great, man. Love y'all. Peace, God, to all my good people out there. Peace to all my queens out there, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining in, man. We were talking about it. We broke it down. Like I say, sis, she came with the fire. You dig what I'm saying? If you want to donate to the page, remember it's #Billionaire Charlie, or donate to the super chat. Remember, we got all the great things in the description right now. Come over there, rock with me. You dig what I'm saying? We got the Patreon, a lot of exclusive content. If you want to come rock with me on the Patreon, the link is in the description. Also, my Instagram is in the description. If you would like to write me on, and my email also in the description. If you want to have a conversation with me, you dig what I'm saying? But salute to everybody out there. Love, peace. You know what I mean? Y'all stay strong, stay good, man. We're gonna chop it up on real topics. This is not really my avenue, but like I said can't cross me. I said we're gonna chop it up about it, you know what I mean? What else? You know what I mean? Love y'all though, man. Peace, God.